Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed, me making sure that all of my recordings are actually working properly. Thumbs up for that. Probably something I should have done before I started recording for real, but I didn't. So thumbs up for that. Also, good morning. Thumbs up. The sun is shining, of course, being a giant radioactive ball of flaming plasma. Definitely a thumbs up. And it's a good thing. I mean, it is. Without the sun, we would be in basically a closed system. I say basically because, I mean, even without the sun showering us with solar radiation, we still take in, I can't remember how much solar debris, but there is tons upon tons of solid matter and water raining down on us from outer space all the time. It's just micrometeorites and little chunks of ice all the time. So, thumbs up for that. Just a little bit of random trivia for you. Thumbs up for that. And thumbs up for saying thumbs up for that. And on the Shelton, Washington weather, which I've been talking about, plague, rat, and spider report. The weather is fine. It's nice. It was very sunny yesterday. It wasn't altogether really hot, but it was warmish. And this morning, it's not raining either. It's been very humid. It's very moist in this area, where Washington State is, half of it, not half, a third of it, a quarter, 1/4 of all the four sides is on the ocean. But not just that, it's a peninsula. So there's the last third of it is almost cut off from the rest of the state. And so there's water, and I'm right down here. So I'm close to ocean and bay, well, it's a sound, and water there, so it's moist all the time. There's always water sources. That's life. It's good. It's good to be moist. Huh. How about that? While it is, so many people have problems with the word moist. I've talked about the reasons why, but I understand, so I'll stop saying the word moist, just because I don't want people to be uncomfortable by the way I keep saying the word moist. Also, on my little list over here, first off, of course, I gotta finish the plague, rat, and spider report. I didn't go into any stores last night on my walkies. I just walked around downtown, and I didn't come across any people. Whenever I did, I just crossed streets to maintain social distancing. And so I don't know how seriously people are taking this in stores. When I see people in groups in the local parks, nobody's wearing masks, so. Ugh. I had to drink chose to drink caffeinated beverages because I'm addicted to caffeine, gotta get my fix. But that means carbonated gas trying to get its way out of your system. Oh yes, I have wanted to talk about this one for a while. If you worry about your breath, there's only really one way to change the way that your breath smells. And if we compare this to what we do with armpits, you'll see why it's really hard to disguise what happens with your breath. We have two things to do with armpits, places that really smell on our bodies. You can do a deodorant or you can do an antiperspirant. The deodorant is just it piles smells on top of it to try and cover it up and do that, to mask the underlying odor. In the case of our pits, we also have the antiperspirant, where it literally takes aluminum chloride, something like that. I mean, don't use the exact name for that because I'd hate to tell you what that was and then you put it on and it eats your skin. So it's an aluminum something or other thing, and it literally just clogs your pores. You cannot sweat because that junk is clogging up your pores, so you don't sweat, so there's less stuff for the bacteria to eat, and there's less stuff for them to cause odor by. Slap a deodorant on with that, and you've got a pretty good coverage. We don't have anything like that for our breath and our mouths. All we have is mouthwash. That is deodorant for your oral cavity. There is no such thing as an antiperspirant for your oral cavity. All you can do is try to mask and cover. But that's not going to do the trick, because your mouth is not where most of your odors come from. Yes, you're going to have, especially if you have bad teeth, you're going to have oral cavity odor. You can't help that. And if you don't wash, and if you've eaten stuff, you're going to have bacterial growth in your saliva. Like it or not, you're going to have some kind of oral cavity odor, but you can deal with that with mouthwash and that. But that's only about 5%. The rest of it comes out of your lungs. You're breathing out waste products from your body. How do you cover that? Especially since, oh, this one's going to be gross for you. When you have a lot of intestinal gas, let's say you eat a lot of beans, a huge meal of beans, and your belly is just rumbling and you've got gas bad, but you're in a big group and you don't want to embarrass yourself, you don't want to be releasing smells and sounds in there, and so you're embarrassed and you're just holding it in, and then after a while you notice that it's not so much of an issue. Your body is not just going to blow up if it produces a lot of intestinal gases. If your intestinal gases can't make it out that side because of whatever reason, it doesn't just accumulate until your intestines explode. No, your body has a system for taking care of that. It reabsorbs the gases into your tissues and your bloodstream, and then moves it to the next way to get rid of it. I think you can probably figure this one out. You breathe it out. All that intestinal gas as a waste product goes through your bloodstream and then out your lungs. So your breath is a 12-hour-long slow release of intestinal gas instead of just a bonk out the backside. You can't cover that up. How do you hide that? That's all the stuff that would have come tooting out the end on the other side, slowly wafting out of your body over several hours. So that's why, if you have bad breath, that's why you have bad breath. Not all, but a large reason. Now, back onto my topics list here. I have downloaded another one of these songs with the, I've forgotten the name of the game series, the Horizon. It's not Event Horizon, that's a horror science fiction movie. It's the one where you're on the island and you're just taking care of stuff. It's the Animal Crossing, thank you. And how there was the big mashup between Animal Crossing and Doom, and so I was listening to this other song that I've downloaded using the Clip Grab app, and the song with Isabella and Doom Guy, and she's singing about just how, her life was fine until she came across this new fellow. But now they just figure out how to craft things for cutting intestines, and now her life is complete and won because she loves to see demons bleed. And it is an excellent mix in song-wise of just happy and cheerful to dark heavy metal and growling in it. And it's great because, there's one point you go, together we are one. And it sounds so nice with the cheerful, hey, we're one. And then the groan, one, underneath that too. It's a very, very good song. And I love the idea where she's just a happy, friendly little thing, but given the opportunity, let's go kill some demons. Please. Now. Still happy, still cheerful, but, you know what makes my life complete? Let's strap on these claws here, give me a sword, I got a gun, let's go kill some demons. And so I thought, what would be interesting as a writer about that whole situation? What if there was a situation in a story where this, like, just a schlub, for whatever reason, there's like the Doomslayer or somebody in a situation you're at, but it's downtown and you end up killing a demon somehow, and you discover because of that you're good at it and you enjoy it. That would be an interesting character, I think, who's modern day, maybe just an accountant, hasn't changed really as a person, but just, well, killing demons, that's what their life is about. They are fully cognizant of the dangers, and they know that likely they are going to be perishing violently and painfully, probably within a year's time. But until that moment comes, I've got a sword, I've got myself a long-range weapon, I need to see some demon insides. So that would be an interesting type of character and situation to write, I think. Especially when I lead into this other thing. There's a comic strip called Olaf. I've probably talked about it before. The people who originally started it wanted it to be a adult happy fun time comic strip. I want to keep my video monetized, so hopefully I've got something up there. It was just supposed to be all about that, but then they discovered they didn't know how to not be sarcastic and just have fun, and it turned into a parody comedy strip. And so one of the strips, there's these 3 adventurers who are being confronted by a stone golem at the head of a dungeon saying, "No, you cannot come in like that. You cannot come in. This is a sexy dungeon. You need to go get sexy armor." And so they go off and then come back with this semi-skimpy stuff. You can tell they're just regular people that are like, well, what's sexy armor? It's like, let's just, the first thing they can find. And then they go back to the stone golem and it says, "Very good. Welcome to," what did they call that? It's like, to the dungeon of nocturnal tumescence. And then in the next couple panels, you see them going from mild battle to wild battle, and they change in the beginning. They're in the first panel, they're using their mild sexy armor, and the middle panel they're starting to get a little bit into it, and in the third panel it's, oh boy, piercings and all the places that cause you to wince, and like BDSM gimp armor. And in the last panel they're all standing together and the warrior guy is paraphrasing, saying, "Can you remember when we didn't just used to murder adult sexy fun time our way through encounters?" And then the one person who's a magician wearing just a full gimp suit with piercings and everybody's got everything exposed, and he's just saying, "No, do not romanticize the past. Those were terrible times." They're just fully into it. So the reason I'm leading into that, of course, is, well, what if this one person who did find that they were good at killing demons and they really enjoyed killing demons, what if they found they really enjoyed killing demons? And oh boy, I gotta adjust myself here. That sort of thing. I mean, it wouldn't be the sort of story that you'd tell on, a family channel or give to children, but it would be an interesting take on it. So, maybe. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left on. I'm going to read them all later. Thumbs up each one I do. I try to answer as many as I can. I'm still having problems with executive dysfunction, so my apologies. Thank you for having left a comment. It is appreciated. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. And, of course, even though I count American Sign Language, did I do that right? American Sign Language, there we go, on the fingers of that hand with my depression and ADHD, my grief, alcoholism. I'm amazed. I'm a recovering alcoholic, been sober since 2000. So, but there's brain damage. But let's call up my Chrome. We have Elevidence, thumbs up and thank you, and Cheshire Kate, thumbs up and thank you. Ice Damon, it is very scary. Lil Peep, thumbs up. Confused Owl 29. Oh, don't listen to the whitewashing of Columbus. He was a bad, bad man. We have Dean Carruthers, thumbs up and thank you. Elder Wolf 569, and oh god, I love that game. It is awesome. Kathy Kiss Cat, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you. Dr. Sean JDSTM, thumbs up and thank you. We have Russian Timing, good to see you in the comments. Jabroni Studios 2018, thumbs up. Sam Porter, thumbs up and thank you. We have Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciate. Kira Lemongrad, good to see you in the comments, definitely. Jane Pollock, thumbs up and thank you. Ali Shabiri, good to see you in the comments as well, definitely. We have Bramos Gigi, thumbs up and thank you. And BW, thank you very, very much. We have Blur's World, good to see you in the comments. And Channel Harper, thumbs up and thank you. We have Spino, S-P-I-N-O, Gaming, thumbs up. There's Mason B, thumbs up and thank you. We have John B doing things. I'm just pedantic. I don't have the patience to be a teacher. I just like to be pedantic. Don't know, thumbs up and thank you very much. And last but not least, Wanted Flybird. Thank you all so very, very much. Whether I mentioned you by name or not, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. A definite thumbs up. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out, but you didn't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you want to help me out without sending money, I have a Amazon wishlist link as well. If you could check that out with things like hamster food, hamster bedding, cat food, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very awesome. And I do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, I got this video here. I have another video I need to not record, just edit and render, and then hopefully get something done so that I'm not in a big rush tomorrow, because tomorrow is therapy day and I really need to get on top of that. So thumbs up. So hopefully your day is good. Hopefully the rest of your day will be awesome. So please practice self-care. Practice social isolation, not isolation, social distancing. You don't want to be isolated, you just want to be distant. You know, so we got to keep protesting. We've got to keep fighting for justice. There's too many names to list, and there's more every day. 1312. Be good and I will see you.